Good morning, hello, dumelang, sawubona, goeiemorgen, and hola. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Dumo Show, where we talk all things motivation, education, and of course, entertainment. Today is, of course, the final day of Job Creation July, and as such, we want to tell you about two types of contract employments that we found out about that you might not know about. Now, the two that you might be familiar with is, of course, full-time and part-time. And for some people, you might know freelancing as well. But there are two types of contract employment that we found out about that we think might be beneficial to you. The first of which is casual employment contract, and the second is 0-hour contracts. Now, what those two things are basically is 0-hour contract is when you, as the employee, and the employer have an agreement where there are no minimum hours that you have to work. Now, although this seems like a pretty cool job to have, unfortunately there is a downside, which is whenever your employer tells you to jump, you have to ask how high. And unfortunately, you don't get the same benefits that full-time or part-time employees get, such as sick pay or paid leave. The only nice thing about it truly is that you get to be flexible. Unfortunately, your paycheck is sometimes uncertain, and the lack of benefits is not great either. You may consider this if, and that's a big if, you have fluctuating workloads and you can't really guarantee when your regular hours will be. Casual employment, on the other hand, is when you and the employer get to agree that you work whenever you're needed. Now, this doesn't guarantee your hours, such as a 9 to 5 does. However, some contracts may have a baseline of the amount of hours that you need to put in, again, whenever you're needed. Now, the benefit of this is that you're flexible. Both you and the employer are flexible. Unfortunately, this may involve inconsistent paychecks, and it may just reduce some of your benefits. Such a contract might be useful when you're running a business that's involved in perhaps construction, or you're running a photography business for wedding photography, and you at times might need photographers to come in short notice. Now, here's a bonus for you all, as well as a bit of homework. There's also something called an at-will contract, which is something we wouldn't necessarily recommend over here at the channel. You can look into it, but unfortunately, due to the amount of drawbacks that it has, the lack of benefits, we'd much rather not get into it. But if you're interested in it, you can, of course, just tell us about it in the comments section, and we'll share our thoughts as well. I definitely hope that information helps you out now or in future. I am, of course, your host, Dumo X, signing out. Until next time, stay blessed and stay safe. Salute.